Hey Boss Babes, my name is Monique. I am the owner of Monique's Couture Fashions. If you don't know, Monique's Couture Fashions is a boutique that I sell office wear clothing for career-driven women who want to elevate their professional wear in the workplace. So I want to make sure that I'm providing you with that opportunity so you can walk into work and be the boss babe that you are. You can also check out my website. I'm going to go ahead and put the link down below for you, www.moniquescouturefashions.com, and just browse, take a look and see. I'll talk about a couple of the pieces in today's video. So today I do want to talk to you about how to build a timeless wardrobe that still feels fresh and up to date. But I want to first focus on telling you about Monique's Couture Fashions and how it originated. So I am an Army veteran. I served 6 years on active duty straight out of high school. Cool. And for 6 years, I wore a uniform to work every single day. So when I would get off of work, I would just change, into like jeans or athleisure wear or casual wear or something like that. To go to the club, to go out to dinner or what have you. There was nearly no need for professional wear because my professionalism was dictated to me. But when I left the military, I ventured out into the corporate world, and my first job being in a call center. So being in a call center, I didn't have anything to wear. You have an idea, business casual, dress slacks, blouses, and things like that. But I didn't know what style of business casual I wanted to wear, so it was a little difficult for me to figure out how I wanted to dress. Excuse me. But when I figured out eventually how I wanted to dress and how I wanted to look, I didn't have the budget to match what my dream wardrobe would look like. I'm talking about like Chanel, Louis Vuitton, things like that. Of course, starting out on a little budget of about $35,000 a year, you don't have that kind of money to make those types of purchases. So I had to piece together outfits from, some more inexpensive brands, get pants that look like dress pants, blouses that could pass and that weren't too revealing or anything for the workplace. So I had to piece them together in order to put together an appropriate work outfit. So over time, after a few more jobs, and the difficulty in trying to find good quality office wear that's not too expensive, I dreamed up the idea of Monique's Couture Fashions. I said, hey, why not provide people who are entering the workforce an opportunity? If you're not making too much money, you're making enough, but you want to invest in a wardrobe, but you still want to have good quality clothing. So that's where that idea came from. So to me, corporate wear doesn't have to be boring. It doesn't only have to be black, navy, and gray colors, because I feel like that makes you blend in with everyone else. So I believe that if you truly want to stand out in the office or stand out in that interview, you always start with what you wear, and what you wear is going to be an indicator of who you are or make you remembered from from your coworkers and amongst the interview candidates. So I just want to say that your wardrobe can have color in it if you truly know how to style it. Okay, there is a difference between trendy versus timeless. So through trial and error, I've learned the big difference between the two. Expensive trial and error, but I've learned. At least, like I said, it's expensive. I wasted a lot of money learning the differences between the two, but I think it was well worth it so that I can bring this information to you. So a trendy style is a style that is just that. It's just currently trending. It might be something that's unique and different, and it fits you differently from everything else that's out there. And a good example of a trending style are camouflage pants. Pants with a camouflage print. So generally, I know I'm a little bit biased because I served in the military, and I was sick of camouflage after wearing it for 6 years and then 1.5 years in the reserve. But every once in a while on the fashion side, it does pop back up. You do see someone coming out with something camouflage. They may, slap it on something that you're already wearing and it's just camouflage. But one day it's here and then the next day it's not. So that's kind of like the trend. It's like, oh, everybody's wearing it, and then the next day you're like, all right, I'm good, moving on. So a timeless style, though, is a style that can and last. It can and it will last through every trend that comes out. So just think about it, something like if there's a trend of camouflage pants, you have a black shirt you can wear with it, or you have like a white blouse or something that you can wear with it, kind of pairs with it. It's usually like your staple, your go-to in your closet, no matter what's popular. A really good example of a timeless style or a timeless item is a little black dress. Black is a color that can be matched with any and everything. And with the dress that's black, then that dress can be worn for any occasion, any day, anytime, anywhere. It can be worn to work. It can be worn to a ball. It could be worn out to eat, depending on the style of the dress. But the fact that it's a dress and you just want to slip something on and it's black, it's always going to be something that's completely versatile. So that's kind of what makes it timeless, is that it can stand the test of time. So in my boutique, I sell a mix of trendy and timeless styles, but mostly it's timeless. I got some of my pieces back here behind me. I'm not going to talk about all of them, only just a couple of pieces. So my favorite timeless outfit for you is my ebony pantsuit. So this is a black pantsuit that I consider a staple for anybody's closet. So first, it's black. We just talked about black and how it's timeless and how it can last through anything. It goes with any color, but for this suit, I do recommend pairing it with a lighter color like white or something of that nature, something that kind of breaks up the black. But the reason this suit is one of my favorites is because it stretches. So it's got a lot of stretch, and so it'll be really comfortable throughout the day. You don't have to worry about being stiff or walking around looking crazy or feeling crazy, especially if you go out to a work luncheon and you've eaten a little bit too much and you got that bloating going on. That waistband, the waistband is elastic, so it can stretch along with you, so you've got a lot of comfort with it. So the other thing I really like about this suit is that because it's a blazer and some pants, it really gives the look of professionalism. You can still walk around. They won't know how comfortable you are, but you still look professional. You don't have to worry about someone worrying if you're looking crazy or anything like that. It's still a professional suit. So there you go. Another favorite item that I consider timeless in my boutique is this Victorian blouse. I love, 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 love this blouse. So think about the ladies back in the Victorian age in Paris who wore long dresses and ruffles and everything. Or think about modern day Bridgerton and how they dressed, but bringing it up to today's world or today's society. Obviously that style, the ruffles, has evolved over time, and I think with ruffles, depending on how you wear it, it's something that never goes out of style. People think about ruffles, they think about little girls. No, you can wear some ruffles and give your outfit a sense of elegance to it. So this is in black, and then I also chose red for it because red is kind of like a royal, bold color, and I really think that it really helps this blouse stand out. So I think both of the colors are elegant, but what makes it elegant is the style, which is the ruffles along with the little sequin gold necktie. So I think it's super elegant, and elegance is always timeless, so you can never go wrong with it. So your work wardrobe can be more than just your clothes, and it usually is more than just your clothes. And this is where accessories come in. You know, you can always accessorize any outfit. Accessories are a girl's best friend, especially if you're one of those fashionistas that are real stylish. And it can make a big difference between a boring outfit or an outfit that really stands out. Also, think about a pop of color. A pop of color can really complement an outfit in various ways and make it stand out as well. Here's a rule of thumb that I always follow when accessorizing an outfit. One of the rule of thumbs is if your outfit is basic, so accessorize it, you know, with something like jewelry, a belt, or a scarf. Those items are going to be the star for that outfit because, like, let's just say you just have a basic black dress. Throw on some jewelry like a statement necklace, some, statement earrings. You can even throw on a belt with it, or if you choose to throw a blazer over it, maybe make, a belt over the blazer or something like that. Those can really be the stars. In addition to your shoes, you can also have some shoes that pop. Those can really be the stars of that dress, or, just anything that makes it pop. But the other rule is if your outfit already says a lot, if you already have a lot going on, the print is loud, the color is loud, the outfit by itself just stands out, then you just need subtle accessories. You can do like some stud earrings, it could be smaller than this, by the way. I do have these earrings on my website, but you can do some stud earrings. You can do just like a simple necklace, a simple bracelet, some flat shoes or something of that nature. So just it's important to make sure that you have that balance between the two so that one isn't outdoing the other. I love a good pop of color. One of my favorite colors that I use to add pop, and this is in my house, this is with my outfits or anything like that, but one of my favorite pop color is red. I think red is bold. It's bright. It can really add brightness to something that's dull. If you don't know, a pop color is a color that truly stands out from the rest. So let's just say, actually, I have an example for you. Take a look at this outfit here. So if you look, the first thing that you're drawn to when you look at this outfit are the shoes. Mainly because the shoes are red. Typically, that's what people will see with you in person. If you're walking down the street and you're wearing something like this, the first thing they're going to look at, what kind of shoes what is she wearing? Then they're going to look at the rest of your outfit because now that person is thinking, what kind of outfit is she wearing that warrants her wearing those shoes? And that's typically what happens. If it's the shoes, they're going to go immediately to the shoes and then they'll look up. If it's a hat, they're going to go to the hat and then they're going to look down. If it's a purse, they're going to look at your purse and then they'll look at everything else if those colors are popping, because that's just something that immediately catches the eye when someone first sees you. So I think it's really important to have a pop of color. And a pop of color can be used correctly in an office environment if you do it the right way. And I think it's just important just to make sure that your outfit, that you're standing out, especially in an office environment, because you want to make sure that people know I'm here, I'm going to do my thing, I'm a career woman, and I'm about my business. But my recommendation is if you're going to use a pop of color, you can use some darker colors. Some people can use like a white or lighter colors, but I typically use like darker colors for my main color, but then I use bright, bold colors like red or yellow or orange as my pop color so that those really stand out and bring out the outfit for me. So over time, these are 3 mistakes that women make when shopping for workwear, and trust me, I have made these same mistakes. Expensive, but lessons learned, and I can pass them on to you. So number 1, buying pieces that are too trendy. So usually if you buy something that's really trendy or in style at that moment, a lot of times you're limited on where you can wear it to, or unless you just have like this plethora closet or you're just bold and ready to start trying different things, you also may be limited to what you can pair it with. Think about that dress that's sitting in your closet, or that outfit that's folded up in your drawer that you only wore once. You probably wore it to a concert. You may have worn it on vacation or something like that. At this point, it was probably something that was on trend, and it's not something that you would think to pick back up and go back to when you want to go somewhere else, and when you want to do even a similar concert or something like that. It might have been, you might want to do something different. Maybe that one time you wore it, it was just like, that was cute, and I had it on, but I've evolved or something like that. So don't get something that's too trendy unless you think that you're going to wear it again and again. The second mistake is that people buy things that are too neutral. Yes, it can happen. Yes, you can buy something that's too neutral. You're probably thinking, how's something too neutral? Well, there is certain shades of gray that are too neutral. And when it's too neutral, it really only looks good with one item. And I recycle clothing. I wear clothing again, in the office. I try not to wear it too many times again, but I recycle it. I'm not going to say I just wear something once and throw it away. I use it again. I wear it again. But typically, if it's something like that, you can only wear a certain shirt or a certain pants or a certain skirt with that one item, and so it just makes it difficult to keep recycling it, because you're like, oh my gosh, sometimes you want to mix and match. If you have a pair of pants, you want to wear a different shirt with it. You have a different shirt, you have a shirt, you want to wear a different skirt with it, and vice versa. But it's some things, unless you just want to go and buy more stuff to go with it, it could be costly as well. So just think about things that are maybe too neutral for you. And the last mistake is pieces that are of poor quality. I'm talking about, the store shall not be named, but you buy something, you find that it's really inexpensive, then you get it in the mail, and the fabric doesn't feel right. The fabric feels plastic. The fabric feels light and see-through. You're like, oh my goodness. Like, okay, well, let me see. Or when you wash it, it starts to fall apart after one wash. I have made this mistake big time. I told you in the beginning how I would go around and buy pieces from different stores and try to piece it together. After I washed it, I saw the color start to fade. I saw some of the threads start to come out, and it was highly disappointing. So I realized over time it's worth it to invest a little bit of money into the quality of my clothes, because I need them to last. I need to be able to wear them over and over and over again. So that's the reason why it's important to buy things that are timeless, but also of good quality, because you don't want to wear it once or twice and then have to throw it away and be disappointed when you try to go to the website or you try to go to the store to buy it again and it's sold out because it was so cheap. So yeah, that's just my recommendation. So in summary, you can use these tips next time you go shopping online or in the store. Online, preferably at Monique'sCoutureFashions.com, to build your timeless wardrobe. You do want to make sure your closet is full of pieces that you can mix and match and wear over and over again, no matter what's in style. The goal is to always look fresh, even with something that you bought years ago. Trust me, I know some things that are early 2000s and 90s that are still like, oh, okay, this is cute, we can rock this today. So that's kind of what you want, is something that can be worn and always be timeless in your closet. I hope you enjoyed this video and enjoyed this time with me today. I definitely had fun talking to you guys about this. If you enjoyed this video, please support me and hit the like button. That means a lot. That means that you enjoyed this content and this video was helpful for you. If you want to see more like this, along with fashion tips and tricks and some product descriptions and product demonstrations, please go ahead and subscribe to my channel. And thanks again for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.